Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hytale. Memorial here again, and today we're probably going to be going over to the snowy area to get some Colbalt. Don't mind the kind of green look, the deteriorating copper kind of look, but kind of want to get some of that blue-gold armor there. So we're going to be setting up our first teleporter here. Did a little bit of a redesign down here, not too much, just made a little bit more of a clearing, made it seem like we could see that as a highlighting point as we drop down into these holes here. Move the chests that were down there up top here. Makes it a little bit easier that way for the situation we have down there. Didn't mind the chests down here before. They did just take up a lot more room in the area down here. But yeah, so we're going to be heading over to the snowy area. I don't think we'll be able to see it. Well, we can kind of see a little peek of it. Mainly going over there for that shadow weave. Shadow weaved scraps and quite a bit of cobalt if possible. Actually, we'll repair my pick one more time here before we go. Kind of a waste. We're going to be losing a decent amount of durability here. Didn't end up reading the actual full description of the repair kit in the past. It does blatantly say that it removes exactly 10% every single time. So easy way to determine where it's going to be whenever you go to repair. It's 10% of the max duration or durability that it currently has. But won't be doing too much building today. I'm going to be bringing another teleporter with us here and running up there probably with a horse, setting up a little shack, and then having a quick way in between. Alright, see you guys over there. Starting to head over in that direction. Already kind of seeing something in the distance that's piquing my interest. It's not the turkeys. There's this fortress right here. Yeah, I'm gonna peek in there real quick. Gonna make a little stable real quick for Gregor here, and then we'll run and kill some trolls. Didn't make it all that far yet. Actually getting pretty close to the cusp of the snowy area. But yeah, I'm gonna check this place out, see what it has to offer, see if they pose a challenge with this new armor. And it looks like that is a no. Even damage isn't too bad. It's doable. Saying that, I shouldn't just stand in the open and let myself get hit here. I need to be better at holding my stamina before I go into a fight. Big thing that I do right off the bat is waste it all, and I can't block, I can't attack. Well, I guess I can do small attacks, but not the charge attack that I like to do. Ooh, one-shot that guy. It appears as though Gregor did not like his hole. He climbed straight out, which is perfect. Gives me an opportunity to jump right on him and keep going. And immediately, just like that, didn't even realize how close it really was. There's that mountain range that I was kind of going for, and there's that troll establishment. Not too much there, just the one chest that I could find. But yeah, going to try to find some cobalt now. Frostmarch Tundra. I'm probably not going to be getting most of the cobalt from the caves today. Usually I find that it's easiest in the mountain ranges like this, so whenever you go up higher in the mountain you can usually spot it spawning in up there. Some funky water here. Really need to add some way of attacking whenever you're on a mount. Boral Reach, nice. Alright, this is probably as good a spot as any to let Gregor run, go free, wait for him to stop. Okay. And we will dig another little hole here for him to hang out and wait as we explore this mountain range. And already coming across some of the winter enemies here. He's not called the saber-tooth, the snow leopard. But even these daggers here make quick work of him. Some more medium hide, nice and easy. Needed more medium hide, especially running into inventory problems as we go kind of further here, and it's probably about time to go for that backpack upgrade. We'll be after we probably get some of the Colbalt here. Ooh, Yeti. We're gonna go get that guy next if he doesn't kill himself first. And just like that, Yeti down. Just some heavy hide and some essence of ice. Seem to be getting pretty lucky whenever it comes to the silver generating. Not so much in terms of cobalt. Oh, there's some down there, so we'll run over and get that next. Feels like we had a little bit of a dud whenever it came to this mountain. Usually it's a lot easier to see on the mountain side than it is on just the normal ground flooring here. Found a little bit more that I kind of walked past, but don't know if we're going to get too much more lucky whenever it comes to the mountain here. We may need to head to the caves. The Everforest. Some dead trees and stuff here. I don't know what these ones drop here. It's like just fir logs. Still not entirely sure where to get the ice logs from. I don't know if they're necessary for any of the crafting recipes, but I have found them in a few chests here and there. Decent blizzard we got going on. Found a little base here. This will help whenever it comes to the shadow weave here from the Outlanders. That archer guy is really getting me. Ah, dang. Alright, we'll be back here soon. Yeah, that archer really got me there. Definitely need to either go more protective, more defensive on that, less aggressive, or I need to start using the bow more to take that guy out. Thinking about it, probably our biggest drawback is the healing that we have right now. Which is essentially, if I get hit, then I'm just sitting here for a little bit eating berries, and the after effect of that is not very high. I need to go something like the berry salad or something and change my food over all the way. I just probably want to get more of the cabbage, eternal crops growing. Back to that weird water area. Well, swing by real quick to come check on Gregor. We may have just lost Gregor. Gonna have to make a tombstone for him here. Through the rock. Here lies Gregor. He was the best of us. I need to keep this in mind whenever it comes to the future. For future Gregors, I need to remember that enemies nearby will aggro on him or on them, and I will do my best to make sure something like this never happens again in the future. Rest in peace, Gregor. You were amazing. You got me to where I needed to go. We went on long journeys together to the far dry lands of the desert, all the way up to the snowy plains and the mountainside. It's a beautiful area for you to rest, Eternal. I'll miss you, Gregor. Alright, getting back over to where those Outlanders were. I think I'm going to start off this time taking down that archer. if I can get a shot in. Oh, there's 2 archers. Back away from the archer. Alright, those guys down. Bob and weave, bob and weave. They seem to do a unique thing I haven't seen with any other of the mobs in the game. Whenever one of them aggroes you, all of them know exactly where you are and then all become aggro as well. I have noticed that if they are inside of a building, the aggro doesn't count as highly as if they're inside or outside. Then they will start to rush towards your position, at least to a certain radius. And then there's the other shadow weave. Another thing that I need to kind of mess with is the minecarts. These are a lot more useful than I really give them credit for. Especially whenever it even comes to land travel. You can still kind of go, well, if there wasn't that there, well, I'm going into the depths of this now. Ah, man. Maybe a little outclassed for the Outlanders right now, but we're going to come back. I did not imagine that place was as big as it was there. I've never come across one of those mine shafts. Guess now I know not to mess around with the minecarts until I know that all the enemies are dead. Yeah, we'll make that mistake again. Now before we head back down there and go get our stuff, gonna try to find a good spot here just to temporarily place down a quick mode of transportation, the teleporter here. Want to make sure it's far enough away from where they spawn, that way I'm not just coming back and then dying immediately. Might just do over here, and then we'll set that over, we'll actually set this to, we'll set this to Outlanders Mining, that way we are aware, and then while we do that, we're going to go back here, and we're going to actually set this one back to HQ. We're going to do HQ/storage hub, and change that back over to the Outlanders Mining, and go there, and change this one back to that. Okay, now we will have a quick mode of transportation. Seen a little bit there from the world spawning in. It looks like there is around about, I would say, 9 to 12 more of them down there. Might just take the quick and easy approach, run down, get my stuff, and start killing them from the bottom up. Whew. Maybe that wasn't the best approach. Alright. At least now, even if we die quite a few times here, we can run straight back through the portal and go straight back. Killed him as he killed me. Yeah, that kind of group call really messes you over here. Getting a lot of the shadow weave though, which is really good. Taking a lot of damage, dying quite a bit in the process, which is not so good. Our tools have taken a real beating here. I don't even know how many that is now. 1, 2, 3, 4 deaths. And it's about 10% durability every time, so we have lost 40% of durability from all of our tools, probably armor, yep. All that is not so fun. Okay, but slow and methodical. I need to actually think about this a little bit more as we go down. Ooh, one-shot that guy. I don't know what I did differently there. As long as we keep attacking them one at a time. This is in the bag here. The big thing is those archers. Realizing more and more, this place is a huge find. The amount of shadow weave that we could get is way bigger than we would in a lot of their normal encampments, at least the ones that I typically find. Just because the pure number of them that are spawning. Oh, okay. They are kind of camping me out there. It looks like there's 2 to 3 archers just right out this door. Definitely need to lock in here. Probably only down to about 4 arrows left. Oh, never mind. Either the archers or the chest have been dropping more arrows, so I actually can kind of go the bow route. Concerning. I just saw a group of them out here, and now I don't know where the other ones went. Oh, is there a sneak attack bonus? I wonder. That could be pretty nice. Bob and weave. Whew. Step back, heal for a second. That guy is in a really awkward spot. I might just take him out with a bow here. Oh, maybe not. Out of arrows. Oh. Just trying to get down to my stuff, guys. Now the real question, were you a respawn, or were you just slowly making your way over here? Definitely take those arrows. Okay, just gonna go for it here. Gonna try to track down where exactly I ended up going. From looking at it, I probably did die in here. Looks like that stuff did despawn. Hopefully I didn't lose anything too valuable. Mind break. Okay, I made our way out of there. It is now nighttime. I'm gonna double check real quick and see if during that period they respawned here. Okay, home sweet home, just like that. Looks like it is a little bit foggy. But now we'll go through and sort all of this stuff real quick and see what kind of cobalt stuff we can start making. I'm not entirely sure what happened here. Well, this is smelting. Did notice at some point my gauntlet swapped over from Ethereum to copper. Don't know if that played an effect at all at the damage I was taking, but definitely felt like it was a lot of damage. That mainly was probably all those archers, though. Did not realize how many of them were until I went down single-filed. There were probably twice as many archers as anybody else, and them all hitting me at once really was getting me there. Alright, first thing we're going to make here, with the exact 100 of the Shadow Weave and 8 of the Colbalt, is going to be some Colbalt daggers. And I'm curious to check here, because originally I skipped the Ethereum in my other world. The damage is the same there, durability is the same, at least in terms of the dagger. We'll check that kind of with each item there and see if there is a huge advantage from going Ethereum over Colbalt or other way around. And while we're working on that, we might as well run over back to the mine here. Probably have a few more guys spawning. Might create a quicker way down with the mine carts here. Or even might move that down here. But yeah, I'm going to go down to the bottom and mine some more cobalt. So it looks like for the axe, it's the same kind of thing there. The two of them have the exact same durability, so one isn't necessarily better than the other. And just going to be assuming that the pickaxe probably follows that same suit there. Kind of hard to tell whenever it comes to this one, but I believe it was 325 at the beginning when we first got the pickaxe. The 208 is the adjusted repair number there after we repair kitted a few times. Going to be starting off with the Grieves, or the gauntlets here, not the Grieves. Mainly just because we broke those, or broke the other ones, or lost them, or something here. I would assume all that armor was thrown on at the same time, so I probably accidentally swapped it out somehow. Not sure how I did that. But 120 on this one. It looks like 120 for the rest of this as well. So the armor is about the same. We'll have to compare it to a piece that we do have. Alright, slowly getting into the Colbalt era here. That's going to be about all the time that we have today. Rest in peace, Gregor. But other than the sad death of Gregor, who we will all miss, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.